Before his death, Robert Mitchum, one of Hollywood's most enigmatic icons, quietly revealed a truth about Charlton Heston that challenged the carefully polished myths of Golden Age stardom, and to understand why his words carried such weight, one must first understand Mitchum himself. Born Robert Charles Derman Mitchum on August 6, 1917, in Bridgeport, Connecticut, he emerged from a harsh, working-class childhood shaped by instability, loss, and early exposure to life's unforgiving realities, experiences that forged the rugged authenticity and emotional restraint that later became his trademark on screen. Unlike many stars groomed for fame, Mitchum drifted into Hollywood through odd jobs, stunt work, and minor roles, gradually commanding attention with his resonant voice, effortless presence, and understated acting style that felt strikingly modern for the era. Films like 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, Undercurrent, and especially Out of the Past cemented his status as the definitive noir anti-hero, cool, morally ambiguous, weary, yet deeply human, while later performances such as his chilling Preacher in The Night of the Hunter proved his terrifying power came not from theatrics, but restraint. Off-screen, Mitchum cultivated a rebellious independence that mirrored his characters. Openly disdainful of Hollywood pretension, unapologetically flawed, and fiercely authentic, he lived by his own code, maintaining a nearly 60-year marriage to Dorothy Spence despite countless infidelities that became industry legend, a paradox that defined much of his personal life. As his health declined from decades of heavy smoking, Mitchum grew increasingly reflective, and in one of his final interviews before his death in 1997 from lung cancer, he spoke candidly about fellow legend Charlton Heston, a man revered publicly as cinema's moral giant through roles like Ben-Hur and The Ten Commandments. Mitchum bluntly suggested that Heston's off-screen reality did not always align with the heroic image audiences adored, describing moments of charm overshadowed by stubbornness, control, and quiet arrogance, traits Mitchum claimed were visible long before Heston's later political activism dominated public perception. These remarks were not delivered with malice, but with the weary clarity of a man who had spent decades navigating Hollywood's illusions, reminding listeners that fame often demands masks that crack when the cameras stop rolling. Mitchum's revelation was less an attack than a humanizing confession, exposing the uncomfortable truth that even Hollywood's most statuesque heroes were complicated, flawed individuals shaped by ambition and pressure. Facing his own mortality with unflinching honesty, Mitchum offered a final lesson, that legends are not built on perfection, but contradiction, and when he passed away on July 1, 1997, at age 79, he left behind not just a body of unforgettable performances, but a legacy of authenticity in an industry built on artifice, proving that sometimes the most enduring truth comes from those unafraid to speak it.